Alright folks, we are back for round 1. Hand is a keep. We don't have black yet, but we have 3 lands, we can cast our 2 drops. I think that's good enough to keep. I honestly think the deck is decent. It'd be better with more fixing, but it's not bad. But I think we'll get trashed just because how bad aggro is in this set. Oh well, oh well. Let's not be pessimistic. I'll give my best, at least. Yep, and kept 7 after thinking for a little bit. Maybe they have a clunky hand. Maybe they, maybe they were just doing something else. Black, alright. Pretty sure next turn they are gonna cast... play either a blue land or cast a signet that produces blue. Like 90% of the field is blue deck. Soul Warden, black-white Soul Warden is not what I was expecting. Soul Warden is kind of good against me though. Alright. Can we draw black next turn and be happy? They should attack here, I think. They did not attack, alright. Well, I guess I don't know about Hookmaster, but there's a pretty high chance they cannot block or the Warden dies somehow. I don't know. No, I could see not attacking and trying to block the Trumpeter. Alright, they are playing blue. Alright, well, we can cast anything in our deck now, except for the 5-mana Splicer. Everything else we can cast fairly conveniently. And next turn we can go make something unable to block, Hellrider. I kind of feel like the opponent thought about mulliganing and did not mulligan, but it looks like they have a really clunky draw here. And I guess I have nothing to cast because they did not cast anything last turn. So let's say I go Hellrider, attack with everything. They go down to 14. They trade with the Trumpeter. Take 8 down to... the question is it better to trade the Trumpeter or is it better to make the Warden able to block? I think I'm fine trading. We are pretty sure they have nothing that they can play here. Well, it's not true. I'm fine with that trade. Either way, if I don't trade, I will have to use it on the Warden. And I think the plan is just to spree their next play and kill them. I guess unless they have Damnation, it's pretty much game over. Yeah, alright. The good thing with aggressive deck is that you can punish slow draws, and I think my opponent just thought about mulliganing and said, well, most decks are not super aggressive, maybe if I keep a slow hand it's still gonna be fine. That being said, I'm not sure why they cannot cast anything with 3 different color and 4 mana. It seems kinda weird. Looks like a 3 or 4 color control deck though. Do we want to change anything? I don't really think so. Will continue to be down. I am the master of mana bases. Look at that. Look at that. I think it's more likely that being able to cast Noble on turn 4 is going to be more important than killing something here. Unless they go Spriggan. Yeah. Alright. Well, Warmonk is gonna just die to the spree. I'm not gonna let them untap with that or anything, but yeah, there's a I mean, it looked like they were playing some type of control deck, and they did not play anything on turn 2, and I think it's more likely that, again, I want to cast that on turn 4 over being able to kill their 3-drop. There's not a ton of 3-drop I can kill with Magma Jet. There's a couple of them, obviously, but I would expect something like Seagate Oracle that, you know, I cannot kill more than Hungry Spriggan. It could be slightly different if I was playing against, you know, I don't know, like a Naya deck, for example, but here I think we'd rather make sure we can cast our Noble on turn 4, which I'm gonna do. I could play Trumpeter, keep Magma Jet available. I think I would do that if they had 5 mana to play around Mystic Genesis. Now, if they do have the rewind here, I don't really care. I mean, whatever. Sure. You can rewind my Noble. I can live with that. Yeah, I think the critical number against blue-green deck is really 5, though. Like, oh, they got a Lingering Souls in the graveyard. That's good for them. Call the Conclave, sure. And I guess flashback the souls. Yeah, as I said, the critical number is really 5, I think. You don't care a lot about like if you don't want to run, like, I don't know, your Simic Sky Swallower into a counterspell, obviously, but unless they have 5 mana, I will not worry that much about counterspell. I think it's very fine to not play around that. So now what do? We could play Trumpeter and Bomber, or we could play Sensor Splicer. I can like playing Splicer because then it means they don't really have any great attack, because you don't really want to trade in 3/3 for 3/3s. I mean, whatever. You don't really want to be trading when there's a Noble. Where if I play Bomber, Trumpeter, they can attack for 6. It's worse if they have Vanish into Memory somehow. But I think I'm not in a spot where I can be that aggressive. I don't really want to take too many damage. I kind of stop their attack here. If they want to attack, trade, get drained for 2, I'm really happy, so... Alright, well, this makes things kind of... Oh, alright. Well, I'll happily trade these away. They could have a Trick. I kind of feel like if they had a Trick, they would attack with everything, though. That's great, though. We traded 1 card for 1 card. Granted, they only paid 2 mana and I paid 3. I mean 5, sorry. But, oh jeez, that top deck. Huh. Now the question is, are we greedy? I think even Lingering Souls in their graveyard, which I would assume they know about and they did not forget. We want to be a bit greedy and wait 2 Mortars. We're gonna give them life off the Warden, but oh, they disconnected. I don't know if it's a legitimate disconnection or if they just had enough. I'm gonna wait something like 30 seconds, and then if they don't come back, I'm gonna pause and either, you know, finish to record the end of the draft after, or, you know, maybe if they never come back, you'll just get to see me play round 2. But yeah, I think you want to play your creature first. They have 1 card left in hand, but we know they have souls that they hadn't had time to play yet. And unless they forgot, it's very likely that they just want to play that next turn. And then we can get them really good with the Mortars. Now they will get to gain a bit of life with the Warden, but oh well. In most cases, we just, you know, we attack them down to 15 because we'll give them 2 life, so it's not going to change. Then they play souls up to 17, maybe something else. Then we Mortars. They lose 4 or 5 creature down to 12. We attack for 6. Yeah, it's just pretty much over. If they go for souls next turn, we keep the Mortars. I haven't just joined the game, so I guess we'll get to move, attack, do something. We take 4 damage next turn most likely, but who cares, I think. Mortars is really great. And it's not like there is a bunch of 5 toughness creature in the set. Like 4 is the number. At 4 you kill most thing, even if they have a Gaiathan theme. You kill Dinrava Horror. You kill, I guess, Spider, the 2/4 Spider that you don't really want to kill, but it kills it, I guess. Or I should rather say you don't really need to kill. There's really not many creatures that are bigger. There's the Spinner. It's the 5/7 reach, which is great, mostly because it's so big. Like, you can play it without any what's the name of that thing? Arachnus Web in your deck. The body is just so good. 5/7 reach for 6. It just blocks everything. That it's not, it's, if you have a couple of webs, then great, but you don't need them really. I'm gonna wait a little bit more. They jumped the game, so they should just be there, but if they are not there, I guess I'm gonna just post a video. Again, I know it's annoying for you to wait a little bit, but I don't think it's that much problematic. You can just skip a little bit of the video, And I think I've said that quite a few times in the past, but I'm working with OBS. And with OBS, you cannot just pause your video and just restart it. You have to, stop the video and do another one and then edit them together, which is not like crazy annoying to do, but it takes a little bit of time. And I think on this computer I don't even have an editing software, and I haven't done editing for quite a bit of time, and I just don't really want to do that. So yeah, I think it's fine waiting and listening to me for a little bit, or just clicking a little bit later on the video. Did they forgot about souls? I feel like you wanted to flashback that. I think they forgot. Maybe they are playing around Mortars or the Wrath effect, but I think at this point we're just gonna Mortars, because it's pretty likely that they just forgot, and even if they didn't, whatever, I mean, at some point you gotta move. And they conceded. Yeah, I think they just forgot about souls. So we got there. That was sweet. Mortars is busted. And so far no mana issues, which is lucky given the mana base we have. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry about the small interruption. I mean, them not being there for a little bit. And see you for round 2.